Chondrites are stony meteorites that are undifferentiated. So we have subject and verb and object. And then starting that we have a dependent clause. That is, that we have a dash that clarifies. That is, their contents have not melted and separated into distinct layers. They are hardly pristine, though. Many chondrites experience aqueous alteration, like a change, as a result of exposure to fluid as well as fracturing, veining, and localized melting due to collision with other objects. I see the subject is they are and verb. They are hardly subject and verb. And after this, I do see another subject and verb here. Many chondrites, that's a plural, subject and verb. Alteration is be the object. We do see that two independent clauses, and the placement of though is also important, just like last problem. If you look at the first sentence, it said the chondrites are stony meteorites that are undifferentiated. Okay, they have not melted and separated into distinct layers. So it gives a sense that these are pristine, that they are like, they were unaltered. But in the second sentence, it shows the opposite, or more like a second clause. It says many chondrites experience aqueous alteration, change, which actually is the opposite from undifferentiated here, as a result of exposure to fluid. So we do see that this opposite effect, and then we need the contrast signal though, and that has to be placed in the second sentence for us to explain the clause that they are altered. So that's not what many people might think. Therefore, the though has to be included in the first part to show the contrast and then explain the contrast. So answer should be B. Choice A is simply comma splice. Okay, you have a comma splice. Okay, just putting a comma as the separating two independent clause is not enough. Choice C, so that's a misplaced semicolon, and it does change the meaning slightly, or actually the opposite. So when you say though with this change effect, it's like you are having a double negative. Okay, you have to say though in the first part of the second sentence, and then explain the altered effect. That would be a logical way to construct the sentence. But if you say like, they are hardly pristine, though many chondrites experience. Okay, so it's going to change that. What's that? The original assertion. And not only that, here's another problem. When you say though many chondrites experience, we're not seeing any other independent clause. Because if you have semicolon, we need an independent clause after and before. If you say though, that becomes suddenly, though many chondrites experience aqueous alteration, you just made a dependent clause, and I'm not seeing independent clause after. So also, because of that, it's incorrect. Choice D, we have a comma splice. Okay, you put the though before and after, and also it gets confusing whether the though is referring to the first part of the sentence or the second part of the clause. So D is out. Oh, and choice C is a misplaced semicolon. The correct answer is B. Thank you for watching, everyone.